Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are live. That's right. We are live and in effect. And Silver Drill Pickle was drilling it right there. He was first. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. AG47 Surfers here. Eric, our resident bouncer, was almost there. He was third, but hey, it's all good. Second's the best, says Jonathan Arroyo. Good to see you. And C. Barrett Savage Stackers here. Good to see you, C. Barrett. Very good. All right, we're starting just a little bit early. I figured I'd knock out some of these comments before we commence into the actual market watch portion here. So let me get organized here to get to a point where I can pull everything up here. We're going to get going here. We got a lot of good folks popping here. We got Rocky Mountain Bear here. We got a Highlander Stacker here. Silver Wolverine is here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Yes, indeed. Welcome indeed. Sunday night. We're here. All right. Let's see here. Okay, here is the comments. And JM Bullion buys Provident Metals alert video that I posted a while ago. Jason H says, I just ordered from Provident and got a counterfeit coin. Wow, that's unusual. Really, that's good to always test your coins, folks, just in case. He says, confirmed acid tests at local dealer revealed plating. Unfortunately, they are closed at the moment, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. At the best, they now have a massive quality control failure. At worst, they become a fraud. Yeah, well, I think it's probably the former. Both companies are reputable for sure. I'm sure they will make it right. That is crazy. Wow. You don't hear about that too often. So that's it must maybe something they took in when they bought precious metals and it missed through. It's my guess, but I hope you get that worked out. Hello, Herb Ash, brand new, I think, here. Welcome, Herb. And Dazed and Confused Stackers here. Hello, Dazed and Confused Stacker. Good to see you. Welcome indeed. And Gary Hughes is brand new. Welcome to you. All right, very good. Okay, Donald in New Mexico says, 85th, Sal, the world is doomed. Effing asteroid. That's right, exactly. Very good, that's for sure. Nice looking, says human on the swans. Yes, I agree. It's pretty cool looking. Yes, pretty wild. All right. And Veritas File says gold is money. And let me see here. I'm going to pull this up here where I can see you guys here. Let's see. Gold is money, not an investment. It can only be made an investment when you find ways to let people speculate on its price relative to fiat values. But gold's money, material return is a store of value, of purchasing power, preservation ability over time. That's it. I tend to agree with that. Even though its price fluctuates and people can make bets on when it's going to go up and down, I guess in that term it can be an investment for its commodity natures. But overall, I tend to agree, mainly because gold has survived different currencies and epochs and empires and nations for millennia. So, yeah, very good. Cheap Laugh Kennedy is here. Hello. And we've got Pudenda Johnson is here. And we've got Silver Damsel here. Welcome to Silver Damsel. Been a while. Hope you're doing well. Here's a slurp in your honor. Very good. We got Sal's Gals here. We've got CCT here too. Cyber Curtain Twitcher and Water Ortiz. Who thinks the PM markets take off today? Pickle wants to know. I'm not sure. I'll be curious. I bet you I'm going to make a prediction when they open up in about 7 minutes that they're going to be pretty much flat. But I do think they may go up slightly, maybe a little bit. But I think for the duration of my live stream, I predict not much activity. That's my prediction. Let's see if I'm right. Hello, Speedin. All right, there you go. The Slurp Meister. Very good. All right. Let's see here. CCT says never got into the series myself. Yeah, and that's just it. That's the beauty of collecting. Sometimes there are certain series that come out that just don't appeal to some folks, and that's completely understandable. That's the beauty of the I guess the variety out there. Because of the variety, there's gonna be a lot of things. I mean, there's plenty of coins I think are horrid, or just not into, or not really worth putting the money into. That's a very good point there, CCT. Thank you so much. Carlos Danger says, sounds crazy, but if banks and the financial systems were forced to a precious metal standard with limited quantities, it would force them to mine asteroids to get the precious metals to offset mega rarity due to stackers holders to lower the value of the precious metals. Political fiat spending practices have literally gone astronomical. One thing you won't find on that asteroid, though, is someone mining Bitcoin, at least not yet. Well, and actually, since I posted this, and some people in the comments have mentioned that it's been debunked already about that Indian thing, so I'm going to probably do a follow-up video on that. And Javier Ramos, quantitative squeezing. Yes, indeed. He saw that humorous on my Why I'm Done Stacking Silver video. Thank you. All right, CCT, there wasn't enough boobage. That's true, CCT. That's a very good point as to why we not get into a particular series, because of lack of cleavage there for sure. All right. We want quantitative cleavage is what we're all about. Am I wrong on that? That is QC of a different sort. Hashtag QC, quantitative cleavage. Am I wrong on that? Or am I right? Meteor Man, good to see you. Welcome. All right, very good. Let's see. So Carlos also says gold and silver have been so abused and had the spring pulled so tight in the short term they could seen as speculative on top of stores of wealth and inflation. Insurance sounds like craziness to follow. It will be crazy to watch. Crazy indeed. Mudswat is here. Hello, Mudswat. Good to see you. And Silver Stanger is here. Good to see Silver Stanger. Donald in New Mexico. All right. Very good to see all you guys. Gold Addict says, I think the design is the worst so far. The Black Flag 2020 is the coin to get this year. Good luck getting any, because I'm going to buy 600 of them. Yeah, those actually did fairly well, did they? They did very good. There's a ship coins, and that's a series I'm not into. The Queen Anne's Revenge. I know some people liked it. It just wasn't my bag, really. Stacking Nerd is here. Hello, good to see you. All right. And Bill457, hello. See that coin made from a meteorite. Yeah, there you go. B Demon, like 14. Thank you so much. We got 16 likes now, 66 watching. So go through a couple of more of these comments before we check out the markets. Quack, quack, says Donna, New Mexico. That's right. All right. You ever called a swan a duck? I don't know. Listen, Black Swan is the origin of Black Swan event concept. No white swans here. In Australia, PM coins can often be bought cheaper locally. Plus the savings in postage. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But in the Perth on the East Coast, where most of the 25 million people live, insurance is generally about 1%. Okay, very good. Thank you. Interested in Hoover's association with the Western Australian goldfields. Interesting. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'll have to check that out some other time. As I go through these comments, I'm more likely going to probably miss that, but that would be a good read. If you can email to me, that'd be great if you see this. All right, Van Wood, what do you think of this idea? A group of veggies, that'd be a potato, an onion, and a carrot, maybe even a beet. That'd be a neat coin series on a group of vegetables. It would encourage people to eat healthy. So I'm for an idea of vegetables, and then you could create, Van, a cartoon card COA to go with each of those. So there's your idea to get you in the inroad as a cartoonist. Now, what I want to see from Van Wood is not only a picture of his 2 or 3 rhodium ounce bars that he got, but also a cartoon drawing of those bars. Very good. All right. Silver Drill Pickle, my son might be watching. I'm doing all I can to give him the silver bug. How about a shout out? His name is Benjamin. Well, Benjamin, listen to your father. In fact, he may even say one day to you, Benjamin, I am your father. Because he's a wise man. Silver is something that has been used as money for thousands of years, Ben, unless you'd like to go by Benjamin. So definitely check it out, and you'll enjoy collecting silver as well, and maybe even a little bit of gold in due course. But yes, listen to your dad and check it out, and I think you'll love it. There's a lot of cool silver pieces out there. All right, very good. All right. Let's get Sal and blunt force trauma in the same sentence. Oh my goodness gracious. Sal does not listen to, what is that guy named James Blunt? He would not force me to listen to James Blunt. It would be a traumatic situation. Is that what you're talking about? All right. Frank Elward, don't buy silver so I can buy much more. There you go. That's the warning for the new silver stackers. You heard it from Frank right there. That's good. Dissident Aggressor says that's an amazing bar. Thank you. So you went back and checked it out. Thank you, Dissident Aggressor. Appreciate that. All right. And J Cream 21. I just got some Benjamin $50. Very cool. Nice. That's awesome. Zay Cream. I said J Cream, but it's Zay Cream 21. Yeah, Benjamin $50 are pretty cool. Benzies. All right. Very good. Meteor Man. Sal would like to give Alan Gold some blunt force trauma. There you go. Perfect. Meteor Man got it. Exactly. Make America Great Again says you're beautiful, but I think he's probably talking about Pudenda Johnson and not me, but thank you. Joey, waiting for long-whiskered dragon dollar. All right. There you go. Yes, indeed. And by the way, I've got to say something because Joey knows cryptos. And I know there was a lot of comments on that video that I posted about that Bitcoin article. And my feeling is they don't have to be against each other. They're just different entities. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with cryptocurrencies. You just got to research it, do your homework on it. And you got to do that with gold and silver too, you know, really, when you think about it. But yes, indeed. Minnesota Silver Stacker, Jesus is King. That he is. No argument from me on that. That's for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Bill 457. It's Luke. Okay. MMA matchup. Mike Pompeo versus Chris Novoselic. Well, both of them are politicians or attempted politicians for, but I'm going to have to go with Mike Pompeo. He could kick Chris's butt. Even though Chris Novoselic is a really tall guy. He's really tall. Hey, Silver Drill Prickle, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that super chat. Hey, but you know what? I think really you deserve the kudos, my brother, because you are passing knowledge and influence onto your son, and I think that's wonderful. A great job. Yes, indeed. Oh, Talking Bullion is here. Talking Bullion, dude, good to see you. And by the way, I thought about after I talked about Talking Bullion last week. I love how he opens his videos. I hope you weren't offended with what I said there. I think it's endearing. I think that's a great thing. All right, let's see here. Hey, Brother Sal, crypto's garbage. And I don't see him as garbage. I see him as just a different avenue. I don't think they replace. I don't think there should be any competition. You just have to kind of know what's involved there. But anyways, let's see here. Read my email. Yes, actually, I did check that out. Several people had mentioned to me, and I'm going to probably post a video on that. But thank you, Alan Gold, for sending that to me. I'll probably probably recording that video soon. All right, the markets are open. We didn't really get through a whole lot of comments. I'll get one more comment here. Silver Honda, I don't blame you. I wouldn't buy previous years, especially if a series that never ends. Yes, you get yourself stuck in another series, and, you know, it can be... You end up buying a lot of stuff that you don't need. All right. Russ is here. Good to see you. America Silver Patriot is here. And somebody else popped in I wanted to say hello to real quickly here. But I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, America Silver Patriot. Appreciate you being here, my friend. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Let's look at the markets. They're open up right now. We'll do that. AC, hold on. I'll answer your question in just a second. The Asian markets have opened up, and look here, wait a second, I'm refreshing, this thing is locked up. These prices don't reflect necessarily reality right now. Maybe they do, maybe that is what it is. Well, dude, no, that can't be. Yeah, that's not right. They're not reporting right now. We'll come back to that. That's reflecting the New York markets. All right, let's see here. What is AC asking here? We'll come back to the markets in just a moment. If Bernie wins the White House, what will happen to the price of gold? Sorry, political, but important. Well, I think just like we had what was known as the Trump bump in 2016 when the stock market went up. Well, first of all, I think it went down pretty dramatically, but then it went the other way. After the reality set in that Trump was going to be president. I think we may see a panic in the markets at least for a while. But by election day, 2021, January 20th, 2021, if Bernie is sworn in, you know what? By then, the markets may have stabilized a bit until some of the policies actually come into play and to see what Congress looks like. There's a lot of psychology that can come into play, which means that it is very unpredictable. It's very unpredictable how the markets will react because sometimes they don't react rationally, and sometimes the irrationality can occur on the other end too, which means that if they stabilize, it may not be for good reason. They should panic when they're not. I hope that answers that question. Native Stacker is here. Good to see you. And Seduced by Silver. Married to Gold. Whoa, look at that. Hello, good to see Seduced. I love that name change. But for once, I can say that I'm jealous of gold. Yes, indeed. For once, I can say the lovely Seduced by Silver married to gold, and she has just made me jealous of gold. All right, all right. Let's see here. Okay, do you think there should be more sitar and metal? I don't know. I think it's just the right amount in the strategic places in some songs, but it can't be overdone. Kind of like the wah pedal. When Kirk Hammett uses the wah pedal, he overdoes it. But yes, indeed. Okay. All right. The silverback stacker. What's going on with platinum? Well, we're going to look at these markets again and see what's happening, what's cracking with platinum. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? What's cracking with platinum? The silverback stacker. Good to see you, sir. Is he the one same one? I think he's the same silverback stacker we know and love here. Let me see here. Let's slurp some coffee. Where is Oh, whoa, dude, check it out. We've got more zaniness in the markets now. Palladium is down 78%, folks. The wild and craziness continues, which means that my prediction was way off, that I thought it was going to be a quiet Sunday evening. But look at that. Gold is up 0.92%. It's a pretty big jump out of the starting gate. Silver is up 0.87%, up 16 cents, a pretty big jump out of the starting gate. Platinum is up $1, which is negligible, but it's still doing its. Platinum is probably acting the most normal, but palladium is a little bit of there's a slight movement in palladium to the downside here. We've lost $2,064. Nothing new, nothing fancy. This is the real market working. This is not no, I'm kidding. This is a glitch, folks. We've been here before. We've been down this road before, and the fact that it wasn't loading earlier leads me to believe that this is just a glitch. Look at that. There's the glitch right there. And we've seen this before, so we're going to come back and see how long this lasts. Usually these last about a half an hour. And I know there's other places I can go to check it out, but I'm not going to even make that big of a deal out of it because we've been here and done this before. But boy, that would be pretty funny, though, if we could grab an ounce of palladium for $750 or something. Ah, look at that. All right. Fun. All right, silver heist. The silver and gold swans are nice, but the black swan coronavirus, oops, I said it, is pushing up the price of all. How about the coronavirus? Because people are dying from this thing. In fact, I've got a report from somebody at church that knows people that live in a village that's just outside of Wuhan province, or it's actually, I think it's within Wuhan province near the epicenter, and they've literally bulldozed the roads leading in and out of that town. The Kitco charts have Canadian gold up $354. Crazy. Yeah, we're going to check them here in a moment, see if they normalize it out, and then we'll look at them in other currencies too. All right, thanks, Don. Got to run to the metal store right now. There you go. Yes, indeed. Buffalo Bullion just bought 600 pounds of palladium. There you go. That's funny. All right, gold maple. And by the way, Silver Britches likes it. It's simple and elegant. I like that too, the simplicity, but it fills up the design for sure. I love the design. Salivate. I might purchase a 1 ounce silver swan. Somebody mentioned that the articulation and the feathers was a bit too much, and I think that's right. They look like scales. That was a pretty edible there. Sizing up JP Morgan with silver price manipulation, just like cryptocurrency is dead when you switch off the networks. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. APMEX reporting palladium, yes. Okay, Amex reporting palladium is up $13.90. Yeah, it's a glitch. It's a glitch. Thank you, Eric. We're back. It's 978. We're gonna check them out here. Our here is seduced by silver. Dang it, she's married to gold. Guy can't even catch a break. He wins out to just a hunk of metal. I mean, no, I'm not a hunk of a guy, but hey, I can do some push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I did some more push-ups, I might have a chance, a fighting chance. All right, thanks for showing us the new design, Sal. I couldn't get the first two in Canada before the price skyrocketed, so I didn't get in on the series. Might get this one now that I have a bullion dealer with connections. Nice. Got some connections. Just doing well, and I hope you are too. Well, she is. She's married to gold. Who would not be? Doing good. All right. Numero uno, says Silver Drill Pickle. All right, very good. Yes, indeed, Silver Drill Pickle, the man. Lovely stuff, says Mr. Trax. Yes. Lovely. And then Mr. Trax says, awesome content. Well, thank you, Mr. Trax. Appreciate that. I think these are spam comments, but I'm not sure. Maybe he can come back and tell us, but he didn't say to subscribe to his channel, so we'll let him go. All right, seduced by silver, married to gold is replying to my replying to me. All right, let's see here. We won't see that necessarily here, but that's cool. Thank you. All right, Palladium catastrophe, says Alan Gold. Well, what about the Palladium apostrophe? You know, that's what I want to look for. I'm looking for the Palladium apostrophe. That's what I'm looking for. Anthony G is here. Welcome to Anthony G, the one and the only. As Terry79, you marry Alan Gold. Terry is here. Terry79. All right. Let's see here. Okay, here's what the market's doing. Ooh, look at that. It's starting to recover a little bit. It's recovering a little bit of that loss. Now it's only down $1,614 according to Palladium. Of course, APMEX is reporting. But is APMEX reporting? Well, I guess APMEX is reporting live prices. Barbara Carbone is here. Hello, Barbara. Good to see ya. Yes, Barbara Carbone. Here's a slurp in your honor. Yes, indeed. Okay. Grow Mechanic. Good to see you. Tex Man. Gold. US 6054. Gold. There you go. All right, let's take a look at this in Canadian dollars. Canada. Blame Canada. Look at that. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Up $30 in Canadian bucks for gold. Silver is now almost $25 in Canada. Platinum is $3.10 up, $12.96, and palladium is still down 48%. Yeah, this is weird how these glitches work. It's strange, very strange. All right, we'll see how this. We're gonna look at the long-term. This movements are kind of weird. Usually, when there's a glitch, it stays. Usually, it stays for a while at one point. Okay. Let's get back here. We'll get back here to this. Is it really a concern, or do we think that the precious metals are undervalued? Perhaps this is the point of no return. Here comes the rise. I don't know. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll see. It's anybody's guess. You know, that's the one thing of FOMO. You know, if we're FOMO-sexuals out there, that means we have a fear of missing out, and it either well, it makes us, you know, a little bit randy, you know. And so what is the deal with that? Well, that means that we're scared that as gold is going up or silver is going up, that it's going to continue to go up. So we better buy now before it goes up. Yeah, there you go. If that chart is true, then Eric is going to take that Palladium Eagle off my hands. There you go. All right. All right, silver up 10 cents. Wow, says Hillbilly Prepping. Good to see it. Palladium is toast. Last I heard it was a metal, but maybe there's something to Alan Gold's theory there that is actually a piece of bread that has been put and cooked at a high temperature. You know, there could be something to that. Chris Novoselic is a full 3 feet taller than Michael Bloomberg. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, there it is. Same in the membrane, Silverholic. By the way, you guys are going to want to check out Silverholic's channel. He posts some great videos. And next Saturday, he's going to be doing an interview with me. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, so there you go. All right. All right, Mary Day. Yeah, Seduce is a gold sectional now. There you go. Good day to Aussie Alchemist. Good to see you. All right, moving back up. Let's get back here. Okay. Is Silver Britches in here with us? We got Drain the Swamp 2.0, and we have Silver Britches. Good to see Silver Britches. By the way, Golden Banjo. He's selling all his gold. All right. Chuck and Plata. Hey, Sal, I was listening to Bix occasionally. Now you got me. Bix expects much fluctuation in the stock market and metals this week. Also says businesses and banks in China are done or very soon will be. Wow, well, I think there is some concern in China. I will tell Anthony G here, because Anthony G's been following this stuff. I heard a bit of anecdotal evidence, and I'll just repeat it for those new joining us, about what's going on in Wuhan, China. There is a village with some contacts from my church that live in a village really close to the epicenter, and they have literally closed and bulldozed all the roads leading in and out. So they're quarantining whole villages now. So it's concerning for sure. All right, let's see here. Spectacular. Good to see Spectacular. Spectacular, great guy, great channel. Check him out. He says, what do you think is the biggest mystery in the coin collecting world? Man, I think the mystery is the psychology of numismatic value and how it changes. What causes it? I think it's been turned upside down, upended, I think, in the modern age of the internet. And with so many more people, coming in and making I don't know, opinions and different things on the coin markets. I think that is probably the biggest mystery as to what is going to hold as far as numismatic value for coins. That's kind of a general. That's the only thing I can think of probably, is because no one really knows what series is going to do well. I never thought that some of this pre-33 gold would just bottom out with you know what I mean? So let's see here. Okay, where are we at? A lot of good folks popping in here as we look at these markets. So let's get back to the markets because we have some excitement in palladium. And what's different about this, we know it's a glitch, but usually these glitches, they hang at a low price. And we're going to take a look and see. But I think we are seeing probably some reality, and maybe some of you can check with some other places that are posting the stuff in real time as well. AppMex maybe, and a couple of others. And I need to have some of these others bookmarked. But gold is up $35 right now, a 2.19% increase, and silver is getting closer to $19. And so if anybody can find a, let's see, a good live, let me see here if I can find one here. Let's see here. Good live and gold and silver spot prices here. I forget some of the others here we've got. What's one that does it live? Yeah, it's because this thing is locking up now too. It's like now it's only down $714. And so let's see here. If one of my moderators, gold and silver are correct, says Medio Man. So gold and silver are moving upwards. And you may remember, I want to just I want to pat myself on the back right now. Listen. I'm going to pat myself on the back, both sides, folks, because we're seeing some reality in the markets. But just before, I started broadcasting early to catch up on some comments, and I said, well, I made a prediction that the markets were going to open up, and there's going to pretty much be flat. There's not going to be any activity. So I'm patting myself on the back for how wrong I was. All right. Not a glitch, says Alan Gold. Let's see. I'm trying to find another. I forget what some of these sites were. I thought I had a bookmark, but I don't. I need a site that's going to report Asian prices in real time. Is it Bullion Vault? Is Bullion Vault one of these that shows it in real time? Somebody give me Let's see here. A place to go that shows live prices, Asian markets in real time. We're going to check them against some of the others here. What's going on here? I think we might have it. Let's see. I'm going to pull this up. Let's see here. This is Bullion Vault, and we're seeing the price move up 1665 here, and over here it's 1675, 1666. So it's a little behind, but it looks like that's moving ahead with it there. Very good. Let's see. Kitco not processing orders. So very good. Let's see here. And where are we at? I'm trying to think of what we've got. I want to look and see what some of these other sites are. Let me see here. So I like to show one. I like to show one that shows both gold and silver together. Okay. Here's one Metals Daily Live. Let's put that one in here. This one may be a better one. We've got, so we're seeing bid and ask for gold and all the different currencies are popping up here. 1668, where Kitco is showing it at 1675. 1669 now. But we're seeing some movement, folks. But I don't know of any others that post palladium prices. So if anybody knows, if we can check the palladium price from a reputable, independent, I don't want to use AppMex or a bullion dealer's website. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to find another website that's going to do. Now, list live silver price. Silver price is up as well. I mean, 1872, it's up 1.4%. So it's moving up there. And we'll go back to gold. I wish they listed them all together there, but I love the markets, indeed. I love dirt, too. Yeah, very good. All right, Accelerate. New York shut down. Cigarettes will be $100 each. Well, okay. PM Guy, hello, good to see you. Kitco Palladium, 2300. So let's see here. The site is moving a little bit slower. Okay, live Palladium. So there's the glitch. If this is a glitch, look, it's recovering. It's moving, though. This is the first time we've seen a glitch and a move as such. Let's get to all metals quotes. And look at that. Palladium's catching up now. This is interesting. Is that a glitch? Or is it some sort of strange pullback? You know, I don't know. It's crazy, but it is madness. These markets are going crazy here for us tonight, folks. It is nuts. And, you know, I wrote Palladium. Usually when there's a massive decrease like this or an increase, I write it off as a glitch and the reporting, because sometimes there is a delay. Like, you know, sometimes AppMex may get it at a different place or different time, so you may not see it change right away. But the fact that this is moving in different price points through the course, again, we're going to look at Palladium. This is what we're watching right now. Palladium has been on a tear. And we can see here, we can see the movement, that it took a massive dip out of the starting gate, and its recovery has been occurring incrementally. And that is something to note, which does not mean that it was necessarily does not rule out that it was a glitch. I'm not saying that it was a glitch. Let's see what the interactive chart does. I doubt the interactive chart is going to give us a whole lot here. No, of course, I think those are probably geared more towards the I don't know. But we're looking at metals daily here for gold and silver. Okay, PGMs. PGM, palladium prices here. Let's look at palladium prices here. It's up here. It is up here, so we're not seeing much movement here for palladium price in US dollars here. So this is not reflecting it. And these are real-time tickers as well for metalsdaily.com. So I'm thinking it's still a glitch. I'm leaning more towards a glitch. But for gold and silver, gold is, gold is, let's see what the gold chart, if that's updated live as well. Let's see what it's showing here. This site's pretty cool. I kind of like that. Up 1.47%. 1667 circuit breaker. There you go. Exactly. Silver Turtles here. Sorry I'm missing some of you guys' comments here. It looks like this is not updating here, so we're going to go back to just silver prices. And silver prices, the gold is reflected up here. That stays. So we'll have the silver here and the gold up there for these, which are in line with Kitco. Relatively. So, I mean, there may be a delay here and there, but so I think this is a glitch, folks, for palladium. But the fact that gold is coming out of the starting gate at over 1% for both gold and silver, I think that means that we might be in for a bullish week here. We'll find out. We shall see. It is interesting. Yeah, I did. I about sold myself, indeed. Yes, indeed. I tell you what, that was something else. All right, yeah, good to see Silver Turtle. Silver Turtle posted a video today. You should definitely check it out. He got the 10th ounce gold kookaburra. Nice, 30th anniversary. Very cool. Let's slurp here. Gianluca Bruno, good to see you. What are your gold good sizes to stack? Low, medium, high? Good stack sizes. You talking about size of the weight of coins or overall? That's going to be very individualistic. It's going to be based off your preferences and everything. Some people say for silver, it's good to have at least 1,000 ounces. Some people say that, for gold, maybe 20 ounces, but I don't know. Those are just numbers. Anybody can throw numbers out there. It's going to depend on the individual and your budget. All right, very good. All right, thank you, Mary. Thank you, Seduced by Silver. Don't forget to share Sal's Sal's live stream. Help him feel the love. I need all the help I can get now, especially since you're married to gold. My hopes have been dashed in front of my very eyes. Oh no. Yes, relative to income, Gianluca. I would say people say the professionals have been saying to do it anywhere between 5 and 30%, a huge gap. I would suggest more towards a lower figure. Start out slow, get your feet wet, get educated about it, and then kind of work your way into it slowly. I would start about 5% and then do that. By the way, Stacking and Packing, long time no see. Hope you're doing well, my friend. We woke him up. We're sorry about that, but he's here. Good to see you, sir. All right, let's get back here. All right, we're gonna pause for a moment and get back to some of these comments, and we're gonna take care of some of those. We're gonna come back and revisit these markets because they are, if they're not on fire, they're definitely doing something here. They're up. We got 164 watching, 56 thumbs up now. Appreciate you guys. Running Eagle says, save cash on the upswings, buy PMs on the downswings. There you go. That's a good idea. Coin Collecting Fund says, amazing videos always. We're definitely living in interesting times to see gold, the dollar, and stocks moving like this at the same time. It really is something else. I think that is akin to the gray swan. Yes, indeed. Jeff Kone says the dollar also went up even as gold goes up because the Japanese yuan, I think I meant to say Chinese yuan, is falling in the basket of currencies as gold prices are rising. It means many people are buying gold. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. Okay. Welcome to you guys. Good to see you. Just use a tip, Salivate Metal when getting in. All right. Very good. Hello, Donald Bump. Good to see you. Thank you, Minnesota. Silver Stacker. All right. Let's get back here. There's a couple more comments here. Daniel says demonetization for saying what is going on in the world. Yes, that's exactly right. That's what they do. It's crazy. Okay. No coro. Yes, I think I know what he was saying there. coroner virus. Yeah, people are dying from it. Let's see here. Mustasa, how much do you think the silver will end the week? I don't know, man. I tell you what, it's almost, well, let's see. Right now, Metals Daily has got it to 1869 right now. And so if it keeps going this trajectory, we may see 19 by the end of the week. Michael M. Yes, we're going to get a slurp here. Here's a slurp. Slurp, and we're right back at it. Okay, Brent Dewey says, all weekend it's been the blank, and now it's spreading fast. I see markets down all week, and gold and silver are up big. Yes, and I don't think it's gonna let up. I thought for sure, but it is in Asia, in China, these markets, and so they're reacting to all this news. Yes, indeed. Oh, thank you so much. Another overtaxed taxpayer. The gold coin challenge video that he posted is spreading like wildfire. Check him out. Another overtaxed taxpayer. $1,700 gold or more this week. I can feel it. Prepare to live at home. Food supplies incoming. People will be fighting at the stores over loaves of bread. Yes, I tell you what, if it does come to this area and there's any fear over what we're seeing in China, then yeah, we're going to see some things more serious and practical. You won't be worrying about gold and silver probably. You'll be worrying about survival and just keeping your head above water here. Dr. Collapse, go and check out the U.S. government and CDC's contingency plan for uncontrollable outbreak. Your eyes will pop out of your head. Wow, I'll have to check that out. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to check that out. Let's see here. Yeah, I might need to get more something on that, but thank you. All right. Hello, those who bully are cowards. And I think that's exactly what it is this virus, this flu that is related to Mexican malt beverage is what's causing this movement in the price here. Well, here in Alabama, it's this time of the signs, they decided to send an entire ship full of folks to Anniston FEMA facility. I see this not ending well. Oh, man, crazy. All right. People post links to other videos. I'm probably going to forget that link is there. Somebody else may see it, but I don't want to open it up because copyright violations. American Supertramp, as in sailing, adjust the sail, stay as close to the course as one can. Have adjusted down the amount of gold to add monthly, but continue to build with new income revenue. Wealth held is wealth earned. Very true. Exactly right. All right, let's pause here and take a look at the markets. And we're going to look at metals prices daily. They're updating literally by the second, and with these tickers here. And silver's now $18.70. This is really not the best display of the prices. I like Kitco better in that regard, but they are updating literally by the second here. We see the movements upwards and downwards even down to the fraction of a percentile. And gold is now up 16.67.68. And I don't know what this $24, up $24. And there's a percentage there for gold, and here is silver. Very interesting indeed. We can see it in pounds and in euros there too. And guys, I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your chat comments. I'm just kind of keep up with this stuff and get through some of these comments here. We will come back, but this is happening right now. And so there's real activity in the markets, and the glitch is now out of Kitco. We can see the recovery of the glitch right there. We're gonna write it off as such, with the stair-stepping of the prices incrementally going back up to normalcy there. We're gonna assume that's a glitch unless we're find evidence otherwise of either some strange manipulation, some puts or something on. I don't know what it could have been, but we're assuming that it's a glitch. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Oh, 179 watching. Thank you so much, Eric. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm missing the chat side here. We got 75 thumbs up, 179 watching. Appreciate the viewers. We are watching these markets because there is some activity of an upwards momentum for gold and silver. And I believe this is smack dab. It's basically happening for one reason only, and that is essentially concern over what we're finding out more and more concerning this malt beverage flu that happens to the malt beverage itself is from Mexico with a certain brand but the flu, it's coming from Wuhan, China. All right, very good. Now let's get going here. All right. Okay. C. Barrett, Savage Stacker says, then this next week is going to be very telling and interesting week. I believe it's going to go sky high this next week. Stock markets look bad. CV is getting worse. Large names bailing out of the stock holdings. Don't do anything harsh right now. Kick back and enjoy the ride. Well, see, Barrett, you may be a clairvoyant. You very well may be right. All right. We'll see. Kung Flu. There you go, Eric. That's a good name for it. The Kung Flu. All right. There's activity in Cyber Curtain Twitcher's bowels. That is something that should be broadcast to all 184 people watching right now. And that is breaking news, and that could be moving the markets. The bowels of Cyber Curtain Twitcher literally could be moving the markets as we speak. Anything is possible. BB King is here. That's even possible. Good to see you. This is it. Prepare. You never know. It's something else to see, though. All right, Donald in New Mexico. Hi, Sal. Is it a bull market because gold is rising? I'm not concerned. Yes, looks like it. Those of you who have been putting your money into gold and silver, it's times like this. Gold and silver are doing exactly what they're supposed to do in times like this. In times of concern, in times of fear, they tend to go up. They're safe haven assets. And make no mistake, gold and silver, especially reacting as such, prove their worth as safe haven assets. This is what they do. And it's what they've done for literally thousands of years. I'll give you another example of it, but it's going to be probably something in a upcoming video of a topic that is somewhat related. All right, there you go, Media Man. Breaking news and breaking wind. Exactly. Now that's some breaking bad right there. All right, let's get back to some of these comments. Rigo, silver, great advice. Sal, I totally agree with you. I think right now is the best buy is silver. Well, you know what? It's times like these we could see that ratio narrow if prices continue going up because of this type of situation. If gold gets to a certain level that becomes even more unattainable, then you might see silver play catch up for sure. AC says Jeffrey from Paranormal Central is totally against the vaccine to save people from the virus. He is pushing the conspiracy narrative that is trying to kill many people. Yes, I tell you what, that doesn't surprise me for sure. Thanks, AC. Can you say coronavirus? Oh man, no, I cannot say that. Good grief. Assets are assets. That's right, exactly, CCT. BB King is the first guitar virtuoso to join the live stream. That he is. Welcome to BB King. Good, but I appreciate seeing all the new viewers here. Definitely. And very good. Okay, another overtaxed taxpayer is going to treat himself to a chocolate malt. If I die, I'm leaving my silver to Sal. Well, thank you, sir. Here's a slurp in your honor. Thank you so much. OBX Silver Stacker, good to see you. All right. Acceleration rules, good to see you. Okay. Yeah, for those just joining us, we do a comment review. We review comments, but we'll also check out the market. So B Demon has been following this outbreak, and it certainly seems to be more aggressive than some of the previous ones of the past decade. I think by the end of the next few months, we will all know how concerned we should be. She's a bit more concerned because there are quarantine areas being set up, and I can vouch for that based off the anecdotal evidence that was told to me by direct contact in China just this morning. And the market is definitely reacting to it, and she is proving it with the markets reacting right now. We're seeing it play out. B Demon's comment here is foretelling certain parts of the Chinese economy that are being affected by it, and she's certain that our market is keeping our eyes happening in China and other parts of the world. This is really unfortunate. Not only do I feel bad for those who are affected, prayers out to all of them, but we just signed the phase 1 trade deal with China, and you know that's going to be affected too. So on that note, let's check out and see what's going on here. The real-time movement of the markets here from metalsdaily.com. Silver is pulled back a bit. It was 1870, but now it's 1866. So we may see some normalization of the markets right now. Gold is back just a bit from its higher. It got up to 1670 for a while there, but it's up 1.38% now. We're going to check this here with Kitco. We can kind of see 1665 here. 1872 here, still up, but they're kind of normalizing here. The markets are. And palladium is up. I believe what we saw earlier was a glitch. At least that's what my assumption is going to be until otherwise noted. And if it so happens to be that it was some real strange entity that occurred either by some manipulative spoofing or something like that, well, we captured here on this live stream. And that's what these Sunday night market watches are about. And let's see here. Yes, indeed. Welcome to Sal's live stream. If you stay long enough, you'll be sorry. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see. So let's get back to these comments here. And we will dip back into the markets here shortly. All right. We rate this video as bull market. There we go. It's better to be in a bull market than full of bull crap. All right. Very good. All right. Stage 274 says it's not only because of the flu, we have structural issues in banking and the bond market. This flu is a catalyst and not the cause for gold prices. Well, I see your point, and it makes sense. There is obviously a problem in banking and stimulus from these central banks, quantitative easing and the like, or repurchase agreements between central banks here in America. But that's a structural problem there. But this gray swan event, I'm calling it, could very easily turn into a black swan, is definitely having an effect on the market. But yeah, I guess you could be right. It's a catalyst and not necessarily the cause. That's true. Yeah. Okay, beer. There we go. Hops. They're even demonetizing that when you say beer. I have corrupted Terry 79. That's right. Gold Maple says, to some extent, investors have to be concerned the stock market is volatile, as mentioned earlier. Unless you check stocks on a daily basis, it's not a good idea to invest in the stock market. Withdrawing money from your 401k to invest is the worst thing you can do. Gold rising because of political, socioeconomic instability, political, economic fallout in China. Is an upcoming election in the U.S., UK leaving the EU, continued concerns about immigration, climate change. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of different factors at play. You're right. Best thing to do is try not to panic, if at all possible. That's one thing we should all live by, is try not to panic. And the best way to protect yourself from panic is to accumulate gold and silver, at least a bit of it. 5-10% of your portfolio. If you have some, that's your insurance policy. You have that insurance policy so you don't panic. That's what it's about. Donald, New Mexico, that's a good one. Black swans matter. That's right. Very good. Very good. Organotics. Hey, Sal. Let's see here. Should I do a name change given my current one may be hard to pronounce? Hey, I think my trying to pronounce it before I even read your thing is probably would be a good reason to change it, but it's up to you. It's a unique name. Organotics. It's just the O's and the N's in there and stuff. I think it's probably a little bit confusing, but it's up to you. But thank you for being a viewer. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate all you guys being here for sure. Let's see here. We got a multi-gun man. Problem with banking, you're right. See my Instagram post, the latest rates for my savings account. Yes, indeed. Well, you know what? I wish I had your rates. My savings account rates are much less than your rates. I wish I had the rates of your savings account. Crazy. All right. Good to see you guys. All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? Moving up here. All right. Le Petit Silver, I believe you're talking about the Cerveza. There you go, the Cerveza event. That's it. There you go. Maybe that's the way to do it. Thank you, sir. Good idea. The Nepster says the prices will keep going up even if the CV, the Cerveza, slows down a bit due to central banking policy and money printing. You know what? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's going to go back down. I disagree with you there, but you might be right. That's the beautiful thing about these markets. There's so many different factors that can come into play, and there's probably just as good, many good reasons for it to go up because of central bank policy, money printing. But it's only when it affects a lot of those things that are done. Because when we had quantitative easing and these policies occurred during the Obama administration, prices still went down. Remember, one of the biggest dips in gold and silver was from 2011 down to 2016. But still, you could be right, the Nipsters. Anthony G. Sal's new code words. Crown Collector disease. There you go. King on their coin. That's exactly. There you go. That's good. That'd be good. That would be a good thing. Let's check the markets now. All right. So we said earlier when we checked these markets that they kind of had stabilized a bit here, and we're kind of seeing another view of that. They're not moving a whole lot right now, but they're still up from the open, which means they're still concerned. So $18.64 for silver, we're seeing there, $18.65. And gold is at $16.65. There you go, up 1.32%, and up 1% for silver. And looking at it here from the Kitco side, we're seeing gold $16.65.40 and silver at $18.70. I think Kitco's probably chart showing that. We're going to let this play a little bit. We're going to look and see that stabilization level for these markets here momentarily. But let's get back here to some of these comments. We got 98 thumbs up. We're very close to breaking 100 thumbs up, which I appreciate that. We got 177 watching now. Appreciate you guys being here. Silverholic says, hard to say where the market is heading. As a stacker, I think we can benefit from both the upswings and downswings. That's true. We sure can. There's no question about that. You're right, Silverholic. Very good. Rocky Mountain Bears here. Good to see you, sir. Jimmy, do you think gold is still a good buy, or should I wait for it to come down? I'm waiting for now, but that might be a mistake. You don't know. I just wouldn't buy it. Buy only what you feel comfortable doing, because I don't want to tell you that to buy gold and then the next week it loses $50 an ounce. You have to make that decision on your own. I feel in my heart that once we get through this with the cerveza flu, that perhaps gold will go back down a bit, even as they're creeping up here right now. But it may be a while. I'm going to wait it out. Let's see here. Okay, Robert Waterman says, it's not going to last long. India plans to mine 3,000 tons of gold. Actually, I covered that in a video, Robert. And actually, that's probably, I was skeptical about when I covered it, but it's been pretty much reported on to be misreported. I'll cover that in a video that I'm going to record, hopefully be published tomorrow or the next day. Mr. Octopus says, it takes a master's degree in the finest universities to understand. Buy low, sell high. Most people's brains must be exploding by now. That's right. I tell you, it's what it boils down to. But psychology is a powerful thing. Gianluca Bruno says he's got family in Italy and the entire country is at a standstill. Really? Is this over the particular cerveza thing? Is that what's going on? Or just the economy in Italy alone? Because Italy's been in trouble as part of the BRICS nations. Okay, let's see. We have Uno says Silver Drill Pickle on the blurring the lines between stacking and collecting video that I posted earlier. Thank you. Dulce says savings dollars, new ways to show things. All right, Native Stacker still here. Good to see you. Silver Honda, dang, on number 3 on this great video. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that for being here. Guilty as charged, says Coin Sense and Nonsense. Yes, me too. I hear you. I'm guilty as charged too for stacking and collecting. All right. Those who believe are cowards says hello on this one. We're going to come back to the markets just momentarily, folks. Stick with me here. Information distribution subbed in 2014. Really like your style of reporting. Ever bringing back the guy eating all the coins in the intro? Probably not. Those were done a while ago, but I do switch up the intros every year. But I'm thinking about keeping this intro because I've not really heard not even a single bad thing about it. So I may start changing them once every 5 years. I don't know. I believe you want to learn about gold money, try a few different types of gold and see what works best for you. That's right. And again, thank you so much, Information Distribution, for being a subscriber for so long. I think this might have been your first comment here. So thank you so much. All right, let's see here. All right, we'll get here. Okay. Let's see, 1865 silver, so it's still normalizing out here. Not much movement there. Same thing with gold, according to metalsdaily.com. So they're just kind of hanging out. Still, overall, though, they are up. Both of them are up. Actually, all the metals are up, save for platinum is flatlining right now. But this is something to see. And gold is up 21 bucks. That's a pretty big move. I think anything, save for the percentages here, I think with gold, anything over $20 is a pretty big jump in gold price. And I think for silver, anything over 20 cents is probably a pretty substantial jump, notwithstanding the percentage increase there. And as of right now, as I'm watching this chart right now, gold is a clear winner. And I think that just is a testament to the what's happening with how gold and silver are perceived. But I do think the silver's perception with these increases are still due to safe haven, especially out of the starting gate. All right, very good. Let's see here. So those are flat, and we're going to check on them from time to time, and then we're going to look at how they are out of the starting gate and the psychology of its movement upward and flatlining out here for a while. It's holding their own, though. They're holding their own. Okay. Clam Bake says you are dead wrong. Buy up miners. Supply chains are frozen. Even if they start production in the next few months, the damage is done. Easy to make 20% in these next 2 months on miners. Remember, miners are 4 to 5 times leveraged to the actual price. Gold and silver rises. Yeah, well, and the thing is, I know nothing about that. That's a completely different animal. You might as well just put your money in the stock market if you're going to put money in gold and silver miners, because there's so many different idiosyncrasies and different factors that come into play with each of these companies. You put in First Majestic or some of these others, Barrick and these other mining companies. You have to know every little detail about those companies and where things are, what they're mining for, what the prognosis is. If the price will continue to go up, yeah, you might be right. Buy up the miners. I'm risk averse. I'd rather just have the metal. But, for Clam Bake, that's fine and dandy. Go for it. Nothing wrong with that. If you want to risk it, that's fine. Okay. I'm risk averse. Robert Stroback. On May 8th, U.S. Mint is releasing 1 ounce Silver Eagle proof and 1/2 ounce gold proof. What is your opinion? Well, they already released one version, the W Mint mark version of it, with privy marks. Yeah, we saw that from Silver Wolverine posted a video on that. I may post a video on it later when they get some more details about it. We don't know for sure that that's coming or not, and is at the discretion of the Secretary of the Treasury. We'll find out. But anyways, yeah, Newmont Mining, that's the other one I was thinking of. Thank you, Minnesota Silver Stacker. Newmont Mining Corporation is another one of those. Think Box, maybe the 10-10 mean 2 zeros and 2 slashes on the 10-10-18, the global reset here, the Phoenix rises. Older video, nothing that didn't come to pass, which looks very similar to the symbol of Bitcoin. Also with the zero, the slash symbol is interesting. It sure is. Yes, indeed. Maybe that reset, that's what it was, is a Bitcoin. Let's take another slurp of some coffee here. There we go. Okay. David Crowroll says, are he reversed enhanced proof? Putting clown stripes in the Majestic Lady is a travesty. Gilding the lily does her no favors. Oh, man. Well, those stripes are from the flag. Those are the stripes in the flag. That's what that represents there. Okay. Silver Sack says, blurring the lines, most of my purchases have been from bullion dealers, not much from the secondary market. Do you think the secondary market can compete with the bullion dealers? My concern is premium over spot. Well, no. Unless the secondary market is peer-to-peer transactions, which we're seeing more and more with agencies and bullion dealers collecting sales tax for many of this stuff like that, then it could hurt the bullion dealers and compete with them. There's more of that now than ever before, Silver Sack, so that's a very good point. But for now, the secondary market won't have that much effect if you're talking straight bullion. at least for now, but I think it very well could be a possibility. Okay. Silver bean counter. Collecting is okay as long as you're not concerned about losing the premium. That's right. If you're stacking and you want to collect for fun, no harm to that either, as long as you're okay with losing premiums here too. My personal rule is to not take flyers on too many collector coins, hoping for appreciation. I keep a smaller portion of my stack. When I do take flyers, I only do it with things I don't mind getting stuck with. At the end of the day, a $6 or $7 premium isn't going to mean much because the metal itself is where the value is. Well said. Exactly right, sir. I couldn't agree more. That's well said. Very good. Silver Bean Counter, another great channel for sure. All right, hello, Globehead Gardener. Good to see you guys. All right, very good. We got 114 thumbs up, 178 watching. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna pause here in a moment for the markets. Silver Stanger loves his Libertads. Very good. Andre G says, interesting video. I stopped with the most high premium bullion coin series last year. They're way too much right now. It can be overwhelming for sure. Okay, let's see what's going on with the markets right now. All right, silver's up slightly from this previous shelving at 1865, 1864. It's now 1868, 1.17% increase here. And gold, as we see here, is up 1666, a 1.37% increase. So we're seeing a little bit of movement upwards here. If we look over here at Kitco and refresh this page, we will find should be much kind of the same thing. They're showing, although they do, I don't know if the Metals Daily is showing the bid price. I assume that's what they're doing. Kitco, probably a lot of people are hitting Kitco right now, so it's kind of really sluggish right now. So I'm kind of glad we have Metals Daily up here too. Very good. Okay. Back here, we've got Julio Leon. I mainly stack 1 ounce Libertad. They are the cheapest at the spot price, and I can get them straight from the bank's counter. He must be in Mexico. He must literally live in Mexico. That's awesome. Very cool. Nice. What do you think of old gold coins minted by the Franklin Mint from various nations around the world? I think they're pretty cool. Yeah, I've got some of the sets, Van Wood. I've got some of those sets. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Ooh, I almost threw up there. I think I'm slurping too much. Burping. Slurping and burping. Silver has to break out, Sal. What price would you be shocked if silver was to rise to realistically? Nephi Silver. Good question. I think if silver was to break out, I would be shocked to see it go to $30 an ounce in a short amount of time. I would be very shocked at that. Mainly because of what we've been seeing with silver has been kind of relatively flat compared to gold as of lately. But I think the bigger shock is probably going to be the narrowing of the ratio much more than just the price. Hey, J3B is here. Ice, walking on ice is what he does, and he's got his lovely wife to do it too, out on the ice floor. He should have danced with her out there is what I thought he should have done. Here's a slurp here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, very good. Down in New Mexico, look at all those slurp drunks. Nice. Powell, KKKK. It's still worth buying gold till next month and will reach 1850, says Powell. Wow. We shall see. We shall see. You might be right. Robert says, truthfully, there's no difference between stacking and collecting metal. Collecting coins is different. No stacker in the right mind would pay $3,000 for an ounce of silver or $5,000 for a gold coin that weighs 0.048 ounces. You can still collect coins and stack metal at the same price. The coins won't be BU, but they still can have dual value metal and numismatic value. Yeah. Well, I think it's a matter of semantics because obviously when you stack, you're collecting pieces and they're literally collecting them. And when you collect, you're essentially stacking your different collectible coins on top of each other, right? All right, very good. I love that 2010 Buffalo proof. Thanks, SilverFan21. Appreciate that very much. Yes, indeed. Rocky Superstar, Sal, I've stopped buying gold and silver for now. I'm watching the Cerveza. I saw a report in China people are cured, are still being kept in quarantine 14 days, and they are still carriers. Now that is real scary. Yes, once they're done, they can still be carrier. Yes, that would be crazy. If it happens to go, Sal, do you know what a bail-in is? Yes, I do know what a bail-in is, Rocky, and I hope it doesn't come to that. But that's basically if interest rates go negative, banks can charge you to have money in the bank, which is not good. All right. David, a crawl roll. Hands reverse putting down stripes. Yeah, okay, we've talked about that before. And Silver Heist, putting together gold envelope plan. Maybe save, slow approach will force a buy if only when ready situation. There you go, exactly right. Shoot, at this rate, though, if you put money in the envelope and the spot price moves the amount of money you put in, you're kind of behind the curve. But hey, I just wait it out. You got to be patient. BC, it's all good and serves a specific purpose in the stack as long as you understand your entry and exit strategy and like what you're stacking. It's your money and you're free to do with it what you think is right. That's right. Exactly right. As long as you understand, that's what it boils down to. And I think most people do. One thing I know is I don't like to insult the intelligence of my viewers, but I do talk about some basic concepts. But yeah, let's say you're right. There's a lot of choices in which they may or may not retain their premium. That says Silver Wolverine. That's right. Very good. Exactly right. Very good. Okay. Silver Heist. I try to keep my collecting impulse under wraps, maybe 10%. Sometimes I gotta have it. There you go. Yes, I hear you. Okay. Where are we at? We've got Donna, New Mexico. You need a reverse proof gold buffalo. Yes. Yes, and I saw that. U.S. Mint released on May 8th. Privy. 5 ounce for the recoup the high premium. The intrinsic value of the $5 come after a while. There's a whole pie. That's right. Love the intrinsic. Yes, I did too. And I did see Silver Wolverine's video, Donald. You're right. All right. OBX Silver Surfer. How do I become a citizen? To be a citizen, you see that little join button underneath the video there. If you click on that, there are different levels. To be an honorary citizen there, it's just $1.99 a month, and that gives you basically that status. But then there's other levels too if you're interested. But yeah, and there's a little video that sort of explains it. I need to do a full video that kind of talks about what it's about. But so far I've got time. Have gotten a few people join there, so thank you so much. A slurp, very good. Yes, indeed, very good, very good. Okay, how much premium did you lose buying that gold buffalo? Come on, fess up. Actually, I did buy one directly from the mint. I bought one directly from the mint, and I lost $400 on that one because the next one I bought was from the secondary market, and I paid $400 less than that. It's crazy, a little bit over spot. Okay. Very good. Let's see here. Okay. Tessa Cunningham, the lovely Tessa. I have a few collector pieces, but I'm a stacker. I win the collector pieces in a giveaway type deals. I just can't see paying the premium price they want when I come buy more for stacking. Understandable for sure. I started stacking for SHTF situation, and I don't think anything you collect, the return on investment will be terrible, one would think. But then what do I know? Yes, well, and that's just it. There are pure stackers out there, and that's totally understandable. We want to try to find it as close to spot as possible. Great comment there. Very good. Okay. Drake, Sal, this is a great topic for a new stacker. There are so many great coins, and a lot of us are on budget, so we can't collect every coin we want. And if you collected the coin, have you really stacked it? Yes, I know. That's right. Especially for paying a big premium for it. Well said. All right. MM says, buy gold. It's a debt. That's the issue. Yes. The flu is a contributor. All right. Very good. Those American coins pop nice, says Clambake. Yes. Yes, they do. Thank you so much. Okay. Donald Robinson says, the underlying reason for hard assets is not a virus nor the regional conflict or rocket launch. It's failing fiat backed by nothing. Well, that's the underlying thing. That's the real root cause. That's right. That's what really protects us, because sooner or later fiat currencies do end up failing. It may take a while, but gold and silver are forever. That's right. Very good. Very informative. Keep up the great work. Thanks so much, Floyd. I appreciate that on this video. And guys, stick with me here because we're going to go back to the markets. We're waiting a little bit to go back to them because I want to see what kind of movement. This next time we go to them, we're going to look and see exactly what happens with the movement and the shelving off and the movement upwards or downwards, if they've stabilized, the stabilization out there. What's the Egyptian silver coin called that got an itch, needs scratching? That is the Cleopatra. The Cleopatra 2-ounce high relief. All right. Eric, if we don't have the citizen badge, does that make the rest of us illegal aliens? No. You guys are members, one and all, of the Salivation Nation. The citizens, that's a buy. You can be bought. I can be bought to make you a citizen. That's basically what that turns into. It's just a fun little thing. It's not that much. It's basically a stair-stepping thing. It's special little tiny perks that certainly aren't worth the price of admission, by the way. But it's just another option to support the channel if you so desire. And so you have honorary citizen. You've got representative, senator, and then cabinet member, cabinet level advisor. Yes, indeed. In fact, International Silver Stacker was one for a month, and but he's also an ambassador too because he's a world traveler. Very good. All right. So that's what that's about. If you hit the join button and watch the video, it kind of explains it. All right. Yes, about the stack and packing. Yes, he is right. I got to have a movement. I might do some push-ups here to get the blood flowing here momentarily. So I might just do that. B Demon says, this is why I'm educating myself now, so when I can dedicate a percentage of my income to PMs, I can just get the most bang for my buck. And by the way, speaking of that, you remind me, B Demon, because it means that these collector coins, you can find better deals out there on collector coins too. Yes, you may still pay a premium over spot, but some places will sell for this price and some others will sell for another price. So look for the best deal. No question about it. Well said. See, Barrett, I was able to get a Buffalo for spot in trade. I got an older scratch maple at spot, and my other LCS let me trade straight up. He said, gold is gold. Boom. Spot price 2019 Buffalo. Deals are out there. Sometimes do your homework. Don't be afraid to ask. That's right. Do your homework. That's right. Always be diligent. No matter what I say or anybody else says or presents, it's always good to fact check on your own. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Uncle Sal, what realistic price would shock you if silver was to break out? I think I answered that earlier, Nephi. Let's see here. No one says, what is your opinion of coins that have been chemically dipped to make them look old? JD Bullion has these Norse God coins that have chemically dipped to make them look old. Well, yeah, it's called antiquing. And I've got a series of those. Some of the antiquing can be done very, very well. I typically don't gravitate towards those, except for the Gods of Olympus series, but I've kind of lost a little bit of favor with those. It just, but other than that, it's just a different way to treat them for sure. But I'm not typically a huge fan of it, though. There are times when it's pulled off very well, though. All right, let's see here. Anthony G says, it was a pure bullion stacker through and through. Back in 2014, the guy on YouTube named Salivate Metal said in a vid back then in 14, if you're not a collector now, you will be. Yeah, that's right. I do remember saying that. Thanks, Anthony G. First lesson Sal taught me 6 years ago, because sure enough, I discovered Scottsdale Mint, started buying a few of the higher premium pieces. I told Shadow Stack a long while back that I have no regrets buying government bullion, premium rounds, cheap rounds, specialty pieces, poor pieces, struck bars, and privately minted coins, because when you go sell, you have more to offer, and there's something for everyone to choose from. Well said. And by the way, if you collect anything outside of if you stack anything outside of your normal, and you actually enjoy it, you're a collector. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's right. All right, Venezuela is a crazy high for an ounce of gold. Wow, 117 million some odd. That's crazy. Where'd Terry go? I don't know. Step Stacker, good to see. My ex-wife did that dipping process. It works very well. You'll look very old. And the thing is he's talking about if it's mint, if it's done by the mint, then that's one thing. If it's done on the secondary market to trick people, that's a different thing. But if you're doing it for fun, like Step Stacker's wife, then it's cool. You know, you just you enjoy it. That's awesome. That's very cool. Awesome. Where happened to Terry? No, I didn't ban Terry. No, there she is. There she is. Terry's back. Let's slurp some coffee. Okay. Hang with me, guys. We're going to look at the markets here momentarily. Sal, I guess I'm a collector also, because if it's silver and it's a cool design and not too outrageous of a premium of it, I'll try to pick it up no matter who made it. Is there some place to purchase Middle Eastern silver? What about some of the Eastern European silver? I looked and haven't found a place that sells. You know, there's not a whole lot of it around because that silver is not really that big of a thing in Eastern Europe or especially the Middle East. In fact, you go to International Stacker's channel, he goes to some of the gold seeks and doesn't find a lot of silver. If he does, it's sold at a very, very high premium. Very high premium. Okay. Jeff G says, while I started out as a pure collector, I have definitely become a hybrid of both stacking and collecting, leaning more each day towards stacking. Okay, there you go. Sometimes it does work the opposite direction, but yeah, I hear you. Appalachian Stackers here, good to see you. But a small slurp. Wow, yeah, I know that was a small slurp. I need to get more. I'm sorry, I'm kind of rattled because these markets. All right, we're gonna do one more comment and we'll look at the markets and come back here. Do you think bars and slabs are better than coins for stacker for gold and silver, or are they about the same? I gravitate towards coins because you have government issued bullion. I think that's going to be better. Now, some of these name brand like Pamp Suisse or Johnson Matthey or Asahi now or Engelhard or that type of thing are very recognizable, but I think coins are more liquid. In other words, easier to sell. Thanks, Uncle Sal says. Mark B. Is Mark B here? Hello, Mark B. Mark B. Apologize if I don't name all of you guys that are in here, like hi, Steve, Julio. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you being here. All right, let's look and see what the markets are doing right now. Look at that, 1866 now for silver. 1.11%. It's kind of shelving out a bit right now. And I think enough time has passed by because gold's now 1664. It's been at these prices for the most part for the last 20 minutes here. So we're going to look here as now we're seeing Kitco start to refresh here. And we're going to go back to the Asian markets and see that we're seeing pretty much the same thing. Let's look at the charts. Gold, look at that. You see what's happened here. Look at that with gold. It took a dip too. Not even noticed that, the dip for gold here coming out. That happened very quickly and went back up. That glitch. So it did glitch out. We just didn't see it in the real numbers there. But here, this reality, we saw a spike and then a slight leveling out. And that's what we're witnessing right now. It spikes up pretty dramatically here right on the outset and then levels out. But we're seeing the reality of what gold is doing up in the levels that we're witnessing before our very eyes. Silver, much the same, but it's a bit more volatile as we see, and that's been the case. You know, the last 20 minutes to half an hour, we have seen a representation of what the silver market's been like probably for quite a while. Indeed. So it's doing that. So there's that. And let's look at palladium, because palladium really caught us all by surprise with its massive dip here to just over $600 or so, or right at maybe just under $600. And then it's leveled out. It's pretty much just stayed level here. It's not done a whole lot. It's staying pretty much right above 2,600 there. Pretty crazy. All right, let's see here. Let's move back here. We're going to pull back because there's not a whole lot of excitement right now, but we will definitely be checking back in on these markets. Fascinating indeed to see the movement upward. Again, I will make note. I'm patting myself on the back for being such an epic fail because I started this broadcast a little bit early to try to catch up on some of these comments. And I said that more likely the markets are going to open up and they're going to pretty much just stay pretty much stagnant. There won't be much movement, but if they do move, they may move up a little bit. Boy, was I ever wrong. They moved up considerably. At least in this particular type of situation, for this short amount of time, they've moved up pretty quickly. But they're starting to level off now, which means excitement may be over, but I'm not sure yet. Mark B likes his Buffalo coins. Got to have it. Yes, I hope you can get one, sir. I really do. Let's slurp some coffee in Mark B's honor. I don't think he's gone. I don't know. Is he here? No. Palladium. A buried palladium hoard. Wow, that's interesting. Stacking and packing. If you can email that to me, I'd love to do a video on that. Silver Drill Pickle. Okay, everybody, I've had enough of this mirth and merriment. Good night. Benjamin checked in and he heard you. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you so much, Silver Drill Pickle. And thank you, Benjamin. I'm proud of you for being interested in silver and gold. I think you will enjoy it. There's a lot of cool stuff out there, and your dad will make it exciting for you for sure. That's right, Silver Bum Stacker. That's right, it's Coffee Talk. Yes, indeed. All right. Okay. And the Minnesota Silver Stacker. I don't know if you know this, but plat and palladium are industrial metals, and they have outpaced gold in the past. I'm firm in my belief that gold to silver ratio will close. I'm not discounting what you're saying, but the fact remains that silver is almost as rare as gold and is far more useful. Well, I hate to disagree with you, but the one-to-one thing, it's not right. I don't know how else to say it. It's just not true. But I do think that there's room for the ratio to close, but I don't think by that much. But Minnesota Silver Stacker notes that you refer to the World Bank's noting gold as the tier 1 asset. These are the same individuals that have caused a wealth gap that we currently see today. So that being said, the inevitable black swan situation, don't you think that they would like to keep that wealth gap? These are the same individuals that stole the gold from the grandparents and played the price in one swoop. During said crisis, things will change. These elites will no longer hold the reins and power the values of said assets will be no concern. Well, that's all the more reason to stack gold and silver, because no matter what you think, having silver and gold to diversify your portfolio, I think, is wise. Really, no matter what view you have, you really can't go wrong, in my view, having both gold and silver. But even just silver alone, in the grand scheme of things, over a long period of time, it does preserve your wealth. Adjusted for inflation, it will preserve your wealth in the long run. And that's the bottom line. That's all we can ever hope for silver, and that's all we should really ever hope for the metal itself. Very good. Let's see here. Let's see. No one ever heard of the palladium. It's a joke. It's a metal they push to keep the thought of gold as a commodity when gold is not. Oh, okay, yeah. Also, it was a joke. Okay. Cool. All right. Very good. That's right. Yeah, that's right. And palladium it's an anomaly. It's a risky venture. That's right. Stacking and Packet's making a point here. It's definitely a valuable point. You're not going to find. Of course, they didn't discover palladium until the 1780s, right? So same thing with platinum. So that's why it's rare enough that you're probably not going to find a hoard of it somewhere buried someplace. That's right. Okay. Thumbs up from Floyd. Very cool. Thank you. And it's Alan Gold. My gender identity is clearly blurred. That's a good one. I like that. That's a pretty good insult. I got to give Alan Gold a slurp on that one. He's not here. He never says goodbye, which really offends me greatly. Don't forget there's nasty premiums. Nasty premiums on what, Media Man? I'm trying to think of the context. Nasty premiums are always nasty for those of us that want to buy as close to spot as possible, or even for collectors. We hate these premiums, but hey, you got to pay them. It's part of what business is about, right? But the thing is where it is. You have to search out to find the smallest premiums as possible, and get at the lowest prices possible for sure, because premiums are nasty. That's for sure. Frank B. All right, couldn't take a malt beverage sickness. Yes, Frank B. We've been discussing that, and also I have posted videos discussing it too. But yeah, it's pretty scary. It really is. I just heard some some firsthand anecdotal evidence today of another scare over there. All right. Politely say, what the F ever, he says. Yeah, very good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, no, that's not what I mean. Uh, Stacking and packing the same time. I'm being diplomatic, but in my head, I'm like, screw you. No. Oh, shoot. All right. Bill Rundle says, if you do not have your financial security assured, you should be a stacker and avoid the collector coins and rounds completely. That's right. Totally secure your financial future first before becoming a coin collector. That's actually a good advice. Um, I think that if you do start out just collecting, that's okay. You're always going to be protected by the intrinsic value, but if you're paying 3 and 4 times over spot price for an ounce of silver and starting out just getting into it, it may behoove you to get a couple ounces or 10, 20, 30, 40 ounces of silver first before doing that. But so that's a good point. Moofy says, I'd probably stack if I had the money, since I came from collecting coins. I tend to get those things. For example, I didn't really expect the gold and my gold sovereign to be worth more than what I paid for it that soon. Yeah, I know, isn't it something else? That's the beauty of spot price. It makes things go up. That's what she said. All right. All right. Eric Stykes, are you still buying silver at this point? Gold getting a little high. I'm backing off, but silver has a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, I'm not. I feel like in some ways I have enough silver. I do buy it from time to time for pieces I have, but I'm kind of not buying much of anything right now because there's other reasons not to buy silver for some of us who maybe have accumulated an appreciable amount. And by the way, I'm not saying that I have I'm not saying I have a massive stack or anything. I'm just saying that for storage and everything like that. And since a lot of my pieces are collector pieces, I do have tubes. I've got big bars and stuff like that, but not a whole lot of it. But I almost feel like I have enough in that regards. However, that doesn't rule out that maybe I might get a tube of Eagles this year, or maybe a tube of Maples or something like that. We'll see. Katie Scrapper, hopefully the golden envelope will get me a golden buffalo. I hope so. I hope so. Stacking semi-numismatic, let's explore. There you go. I like to call that premium bullion rather than semi-numismatic because everything is numismatic when you really think about it, of the pure definition of the word. I've actually talked about that in a video too called Everything is Numismatic. John Knapp, I think you're right. I believe that I will take a break from buying for now. Besides, all this talk about wheat and hops and barley is making me thirsty. There you go. Have yourself a malt beverage with alcohol in it. All right, very good. Let's see here. OBX, Sal, you got a huge stack. No, it's only not that big, especially compared to others that are out there for sure. And again, all right. Yeah, the Minnesota Silver Stackers got it right. Good. Save some for the rest of us. Indeed. There you go. And actually, the more people the more new people that come on board buying silver, I think the more people that come, the more new people that start stacking silver, that is what's going to drive the price up. When they stack physical silver, if you get your friends to do it, that's going to narrow that ratio. That's my opinion. All right. Sterling Cannabis says, what concerns me the most is my ability to get more gold. I try not to think about the power elite. They do scare me. I know. I hear you, brother. All right. We've got Cybercurtain Twitcher, who says, I've bought some stunning collector coins from the 70s and 80s for bullion prices today. Just something to bear in mind. That's actually an excellent point. Now, it did take quite some time for that to realize the collector value to match up with the premiums from the time that you bought them. But still, it's a duly noted point, which is a testament to a long game of stacking for sure. All right. All right, Silver Heist. Let the other guy drive up the prices, then sell. There you go, Silver Heist. Exactly right. By the way, Silver Heist is a great guy. Check out his channel. He has began and commenced the Salivation Nation tour. So you'll check that out on his channel. And I actually have a playlist of that too on my channel that has all the videos from the journey that it has been on. Silver holds the future is here. Very good to see you. Sterling Cannabis also says, I'm a stacker to the core, my friend. I don't do numismatics 99%. You can find me in the junk bin. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. However, if you do find some pieces you like that are at stacker prices, you're still a collector. You might still be a collector. All right, Step Stacker. That's why I keep telling everyone to thumb up and comment so the community can grow outside of our niche in YouTube like every other trend on earth. That's right. That is a good point. Because you know what? If you subscribe to Step Stacker and he's talking about like a series like the half dollars or giving knowledge on coins or about stacking, and enough people thumb those videos up and they're shared, somebody's going to see it from outside of our community because there's a lot. Our community is very small, but if they see that Step Stacker video and somebody in California who doesn't give a rat's rear end about silver and they see Step Stacker's video, that's going to essentially evangelize that person, and that thumbs up will help trend that video, Step Stacker's video, to get out there. So it's good point. Good point indeed. All right. Lucky77 says, Media Man. He's in like number 7. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. All right. Hard Asset Stacker. When they said the world will be a very scary place if gold was 5,000, I think they're right. One day, some of us will look back and wish the price was lower. That's right. A good point. Very good point. Mr. Sting, the only metal I'm trying to collect is blue, cross, gold, silver, and bronze. And unaffordable looking at ABC's copper plan, QSR's aluminum plan, and XYZ's zinc plan. While Pocahontas Warren is in Iowa touting wiping out all student debt, Man A father confronted her about that. I never saw that. It was quite an exchange. She basically laughed at her, but yeah, it's crazy. Not a very good moment for Elizabeth Warren there, dealing with that. For sure, you're right. Eric says, I've been working on moving away from collecting. I fall into the trap from time to time, but I don't want to get too heavy and hard to sell niche pieces or otherwise into premiums I'll never recoup. Yes, I hear you. I do understand that for sure. Because it's tough to liquidate some of these collector pieces for sure. There's no question about that. Silver Britches, I was strictly a collector, but I saw the value of stacking, so I morphed my strategy. I do enjoy collecting and looking, but that's just about it now. Once I saw what I can buy stacking, collecting didn't make sense any longer. Just my thoughts. So totally understandable, and I can see the intellectual movement in that area. Doesn't necessarily mean you've stopped and you do enjoy collecting, but it makes financial sense for you, and that does certainly compute for sure. All right. Where are we at? Okay, Hamburgeron says, American Silver Eagles are the only coins I stack. I put 5 or 6 away each month. All right, very good. Nice. I think a wise choice to stack those Eagles. All right, let's pause and take a look at where the markets are going. Again, they've kind of leveled out here. So there's not a whole lot of activity since they've opened up, but still, they are up. That are up on the day, up almost 1% for silver and over 1% for gold. 662, leveling off a bit there, but they are making some headway there for sure. John Smith says, while stacking just standard government bullion can get boring, the opposite would occur if I got too liberal in my purchases, namely feelings of stress or buyer's remorse. I do think, though, that Eagles and Maples already provide a nice compromise between plain rounds and numismatics. Yeah, I hear you. And there's other choices out too. Those two just happen to be the most common. But there's Britannias, there's Libertads, there's like I said, the Lunar series, the Perth Mint stuff. Okay, all right. Barbara Carbone will pay me $1 million to stop talking about the markets. Okay, no more markets. How about if I just stop talking altogether? I'm gonna stop talking right now. For $1 million, I can be bought. My voice can be silenced for $1 million. Mark B is behind it too. Good to see Mark B, by the way. Let's slurp. I'll slurp up to that. Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Chris Garner. I decided yesterday I was going to start focusing on world coins, whether they're made of a PMs or not. I just bought a Thailand coin that was graded MS62. Well, cool. Yeah, and that's just it. Collecting, you don't limit yourself to collecting. As a collector, you can find some really cool coins, no matter what the metal content is in it. So that's a good point. Very good. All right. Chris Garner, is he here with us? I don't know. I think I haven't seen him pop in. Awesome information, says Hidden Coin Channel. Thank you so much. Centuria Sylvia is stacking beer for 2020. Good job, Centuria Sylvia. Stack that beer. Drink it too while you're at it. Julio Santiago, really taking a liking to your page. Good info. Well, thank you so much, Julio. I appreciate that. It means a lot. It does. Eric Sykes is here. The only way to have financial world system is for gold and silver to be re-evaluated as it is now a tier 1 asset. Keep stacking and packing. There you go. Very good. That's right, Eric. Well, I think there's probably going to be a reset of the dollar in due course. But indeed, all right. But it's called Sunday Night Live Market Watch. That's true. That is. Now we're gonna. She's just joking with us. We're gonna talk about the markets. We're gonna talk about the markets. Yeah, we're gonna come back to them just momentarily here. Textman. Oh, he's got a profile picture. Very cool. I pretty much achieved my bullion stacking goals last year. While stacking, I developed a liking for the gold replica Buffalo nickel. I'm now into collecting the real thing, old Buffalo nickels and higher grades. If you're into collecting, I think actual U.S. currency coins will hold their collectible value much better than bullion collectible coins because they are more potential buyers. Yeah, I think you're right. The classic coins will probably tend to hold their value more. However, they've not been immune from the woes in the collecting community as of late. Talked about that in prior videos too. American Super Tramp says gold is making me richer. Yes, it sure is. Top favorite packaged coins. Good question. Probably number one would be the 2009 Ultra High Relief Gold Double Eagle. And then the Buffalo Gold is nicely packaged. I love the packaging on that. And probably the clamshells from the Royal Canadian Mint are nice. All right. All right, very good. Let's see here. CCT says, it won't be long now, and I'll be more happy to sell my gold for spot. There you go. The price keeps going up. People may be able to profit from it. Prices keep rising as such. West Coast Stacker, they're still using old metrics. Dollar strong, stock market strong. They leave out negative interest rates and QE printed to the moon. Dollar is only strong against a lot of other fiat currencies that are falling faster. Cerveza flu, we do not know yet. When a whole country goes on lockdown to prevent its spread, how much trouble our open border-free country is going to be in if it's half as bad as we project. I'm trying to invest into tin and aluminum, some extra food and supplies in case we need to stay home for a bit. Yeah, that's true. It's not a bad idea to do that. Maybe get some, one of those foods, some of those foods, those survival foods and stuff like that. Extra water, that type of thing. Yeah. Good idea. Very good. Let's see here. And Silver Beach Bum says, I watched silver creep up $1 slowly last week. It's 1845, and I bet tomorrow it will keep going up because of the fear factor from the virus and because I think it's a lot worse than the Chinese have been telling us. Yes, well, so far that's kind of what has been playing out here in the opening of the markets in Asia right now, Silver Beach Bum, so you might be onto something. All right. Let's see. Okay, Robin Stabile says it feels different this time. Feels like gold and silver will climb towards the stars. Maybe so. They very well could. Might be onto something. Good to see Drake here. Peter Oro's here. Good to see you guys. BK, I'm commenting on your live right now. Well, cool. I am here commenting on your comment while you're on my live, BK, but you might be gone now. Gold has cleared $2,500 in Australian dollars. Wow. Crazy. Time for a push-up break. That's right, B-Demon. We'll do that here in just a second. Governments are printing currency faster than they're digging gold out of the ground. The fact alone justifies increases in gold price relative to the paper notes. All right, we're going to check these prices here momentarily. But first, we're going to do a number of push-ups. We are going to let Mark B is going to pick the number of push-ups I do. Please be gentle for Peter Oro and me. Good to see you. Thanks, Peter, my man, he says. Thanks so much. So, Mark B, tell me how many push-ups I should do as I get ready here. Be gentle. Keyword gentle. Show mercy, Mark B, in the number of push-ups I do. Okay. I'm going to get the blood flowing here. I'm stretching. I'm waiting for the number from Mark B here. Of course, this is coming 30 seconds later, so he's probably already given the number. I'm just not seeing it on the chat yet. Waiting and waiting. OBX. Okay, Mark B, 16. Thank you so much, Mark B. Here we go. 16 it is. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There we go, 17. We got 17 there. A little extra. I like to be a slight overachiever, just a slight overachiever there. We'll do more. I was stretching. I really was. Mark said 33, says down in New Mexico. Fake number. Let's see here. Sam JD, I just got you to respond to my post. When the bull began this run, the future looks good for those who put their faith in gold, silver, crypto. There you go. Yes. Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Sam JD. All right. Slurp, Don says. Slurp. All right. Very good. That is an odd number of push-ups, indeed. It sure is. Sal, do at least 2 real ones, says Donald, New Mexico. All right, very good. Exactly. We need proof. I know. Well, I've done it with I put the video on it, but I can't really show my full body on it. In this room, it's not really conducive to that, but as such, no matter what, people will still say it's fake news, fake. But anyways, I'm gonna have to go out there somewhere and do them really, like I did with Silver Hustling 13. Actually, now he's Gold Hustling 13. Okay, let's see here. Life's been good to me so far. It's a good song. All right, let's slurp the last amount of this coffee. We're gonna do it right now. Oh, that's some good stuff. That's it. Now we're going to put water in it. I did that sound I did for dramatic effect. I didn't just pour it in. I like let it swish around so you can hear it. Donna, New Mexico says, we do not want to see your body. That's what she said. That's exactly what she said, word for word. All right. Sal. All right, Tricky Guy. Where's Tricky Guy? Tricky Guy. Because he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, I don't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's see here. Sal, at least show some rank bitterness that you are forced to be afraid of YouTube strikes. That's rigging the narrative, making folks in controlled minds. You're being told to shut the F up, and you're taking it sitting down. Take the strikes. I was doing push-ups. I was laying down while I was pushing up. Push back at YouTube. Can I push up at them? Would you buy your medicine from a pharmacy? Yeah. It's a big voluminous thing. I know they shouldn't do that. I don't know why they do that, but thanks, Tricky Guy. Blue Diamond Gem says, at first I was strictly just stacking generic for weight, then stacked constitutional, then stacked government backed, then stacked some gold and platinum. Now I'm currently stacking some semi-numismatics and slabs and finishing a Silver Eagle proof library. Cool. Nice. All right. Very good. Let's see what the markets are doing live right now. Okay, now they're pulling back just slightly from their highs. 1862 now. Well, that's the ask and bid. So they are showing the bid and ask, and here's the ask and bid on gold up here, 1660. So they're coming back a bit. Let's see what that looks like over here on Kitco with the Asian markets. And look at that. It's they're pulling back slightly, but they're still up. Overall on the day, for sure. Pretty crazy movements we're seeing here. Okay, Jimmy Licari, I'm glad that I purchased the 10-ounce Buffalo Silver rounds at 1762 spot price when I did, because gold silver skyrocket has passed this week or two. Yes, you did well, Jimmy. You bought it at the right time. that is an example of dollar cost averaging. Because the thing is let's take Jimmy's example here. I think this is quite telling. All right. So Jimmy is happy now because spot price is up. But let's say in 2 weeks that silver goes down to $16.95 per ounce. Well, he got these rounds at spot price, and so if it goes down to $16.95, he essentially paid a small premium for them. So that's in a way that's kind of a situation where the premiums matter, but they're not. But they shouldn't be all you calculate, because you also have to take into account the moving spot price. But if you got those 10-ounce Buffalo Silver rounds at that week at 1762, and let's say he decides to buy a couple more this coming week at $18.60, well, that's going to hurt his dollar cost average. But let's say it goes down to $16.95 and he finds the same spot deal and he picks up 10 more, then that'll obviously help his dollar cost average. You see how that works? Well, there you go. Very good. And Gianluca Bruno has averaged down to around $16.10. That's right. Native Stacker, Terry79 wants a market report every 2 minutes. Oh my goodness, we better get back on it here. Here's a market report. Okay. Metals Daily, we've got the market. It is moved up now. And 0.89% increase for silver at 1863. And gold is up 1.11%. So gold has been winning here between gold and silver in this latest move upwards here. Silver Turtle 65, the markets are going up in value. This economy, just don't bet on one asset. I like the metals, real estate, stocks, guns, ammo, have some of everything, so you don't have to second guess. Exactly right. Sage advice from Silver Turtle 65. Very well said. That's what's going on in the markets, Terry. We did it. YG, buy smart silver for each order, 1 or 2 collector coins. The rest are cheapest coins, lowest premium. Gold, I go for the lowest premium because premium on small coins, 10,000 is almost 1/2 silver ounce. I go for French 20 franc coins, small, low premiums. Good point. Yeah, those are good ways to buy. They're 0.1867, and then you have the sovereign size 0.23. All right, very good. John P. says, I started collecting but evolved to stacking. Recently picked up Engelhard gold bars, but only because they were at spot. Nice. I try my best to stay generic or silver maple leafs on the gold side, but the collector me wants it all. I hear you, John P. Makes sense. All right. Nice commentary, Sal. Well, thank you, Pudenda. I don't know if she's still here. We definitely love Pudenda Johnson. She's awesome. Ghost Punk. Start off getting some bars and prep for the coming depression and hyperinflation. Then looking to get some silver from time to time for like savings. Now they're starting to get coin that I find pleasing to my eye, even stuff that is colorized, which at first I thumbed my nose at. All right, so you're evolving. People's tastes evolve over time for some of these types of pieces. I understand. All right. John P. says, good point on liquidity. I count all my PMs at spot. I think I might trade my premium silver to a gold maple leaf. There you go. If you can do it, that's what I'd like to do too. I'd like to trade some of my premium silver for maple leaf. For gold. If I can. Okay. Minnesota Silver Stacker. Who was king during the run on food supplies? The ones with supplies of the individuals holding the gold and silver. I can imagine that price gouging is going to take place. If all you're stacked up with gold and silver, all live in the city with no land to grow and sustain yourself long term, be prepared to lighten that stack very swiftly. Good point. Very good point, Minnesota. I suggest looking into long-term sustainability, at least a year or more. And above all, love the Lord God with all your heart, repent your sins, accept Jesus as your Savior, because no one can go before the Father blameless unless through the Son, who washes all of our sins. Remember, to be absent of the body is to be present with the Lord God. Love your neighbors as yourself and be kind and spread the word of our Creator. That sums it all. That sums it up exactly right. Thank you. I don't know if you're still here, Minnesota Silver Stacker, but that's a great comment there. Thank you, sir. All right, let's see. We've got some more comments that popped in. We're going to go down to the bottom of it, and we'll pause, though, for market update, guys. Market update. Here's a market update. We've got silver at 1862. Still pretty flat, guys. 1662 for gold. But let's take a look at them in other currencies here. We're going to refresh the page here. We've got the Australian dollar. Look at that. It's up pretty substantially in the Australian dollar. Gold is $2,513. We're going to basically read these percentages because that's in a part of the world closer to the Salivate virus, right? Okay, very good. Minnesota Silver Stacker is still here. Very cool. So let's take a look at this in Chinese. The Chinese yuan. Look at the prices in the Chinese yuan for gold and silver. Surprisingly, it's not that much different in the percentage scheme of things. They are up because really they're kind of the roost of the markets right now, so it makes sense. Although rhodium is down a bit. Which means that the yuan, I think, might be gaining a bit of strength. The Canadian dollar, we're seeing movements all around in a higher percentage because I think their currency is moving downward compared to the dollar and the other currencies out there. Then we have the euro, and the euro is kind of much the same except for platinum. And then we have the British pound. We'll do those. There we go. Kind of the same movement percentage-wise, but you can see those numbers there. Let's go back to the U.S. dollar. Let's get back to some of these comments. Very good. All right. OBX Silver Surfer wishes he started stacking earlier. I know what you mean, brother. I hear you. That's the fear of missing out. It's another example of FOMO. Okay, Norbert. If the markets are not manipulated down again, we see a huge price increase tomorrow. The coronavirus is now, going ballistic in Italy, and Europeans should be stacking up like crazy in the upcoming days. SHTF makes all humans buy food, water, and metals. I think we have Gianluca Bruno has family, I think, in Italy. Talked about that earlier. It's kind of at a standstill. Is that because of this situation? Or is this regarding just the economic situation there? Or is it because of maybe both? I don't know. OBX Silver Surfer, thank you so much for that $2 super chat. That really does help. I appreciate that so much. Very kind of you, sir. All right. And very good. Let's see. Silverholic. This is the beauty of stacking and collecting. You can do either or mix the way you want. That's right. Exactly right. Silverholic also says, I stack and collect low premium bullions and rounds. My target price is 20% premium or less. Favorite so far, Queen Bee series. Yes, it is nice. And check out Silverholic on YouTube. I did an interview with him that will air on Saturday, next Saturday. Brad John says, think silver, colloidal silver. Buy it, make it, or start buying it. It will prevent you from catching the virus. I don't know that that's true. I know it's antibacterial. Some people say it's antiviral. Others say not. Some people say it's partially antiviral. But I don't know that there's really any truth that it will stop this specific virus. Yes, okay, exacerbating it. Thank you. That's what I thought. Gianluca Luzza, Bruno, thank you so much. Drake Savory, hey Sal, great job with having this live chat on a regular basis. When it comes to talking to people you know about silver, the rule is to STFU, so it is so great to have this forum. Well, thank you so much, Drake. I appreciate those kind words and appreciate you being here. Very much value everybody's opinion, and thanks so much. All right, very good. Okay, Chad Lichtenstein says, I find myself collecting more than anything nowadays. As far as buying straight bullion, forget it. I've stacked bullion for the last 20 years, done with that. Okay, there you go. It's another example. That's kind of where I'm at to a point, but I wouldn't mind having a few others. Stefan Graffam is here. Hello, good to see you. All right, appreciate you being here. Good to see all you guys. Chip Fernandez, Silver Shield designs are not only exquisite, but their meanings will be shared for hundreds of years. There's definitely a lot of different messages out there on those, for sure. Some of them I agree with, but a lot of them I don't, actually. But that's just me. But thank you. All right, Anaya, I'm not a fan. Good to see Anaya. My husband said looks like a really bad tattoo of a swan. I prefer the twisted neck design already. Swan Love, thanks for the video. Thank you. Yes, the twisted neck would be pretty cool. They will probably do that, I'm sure, if the series continues. But Anaya, thank you so much for your thoughts on that. Very cool. And that's just it. I love to give different viewpoints, and I can see where people are coming from on coin designs and other things. Okay. Cyberandeth says, "Hi, I would like to ask you if I buy gold today, I would lose money when selling it. Do they pay the same price I bought it for while I lose money, like when I buy foreign currency, for example?" Yes. Good question. If you buy it today and sell it tomorrow, it's going to depend on the spot price plus a loss. Because if you buy it from the same place that you bought it from, they will buy it from under spot more than likely. Plus, you pay shipping. If you take it to your local coin shop, depends on their demand and what that coin shop is. Sometimes you might get spot for it. Just depends on the coin or the bar or round. But yes, you will take a hit on the spot price there. Jimmy says, "What type of silver do you believe has the most return on your investment for the future?" Wow, that's a good question. What I believe would be the best return on investment, I don't see silver itself as an investment. However, I'll give you one example that was the best on my investment and others too for a time. It's starting to dwindle now, and that is the 2019 enhanced reversed proof Silver Eagle. But that window is gone. That window of opportunity left at about 10 minutes after, actually at about 5 minutes after 12 on the day of issue, December something. You have to, timing these markets is crucial for these types of things, for returning on investment with silver coins. So it just depends. It's a huge gamble. That's why I don't like to see silver, the metal itself, as an investment. But as far as a return, you either have to you're at the mercy of spot price, and you're at the mercy of premiums at the time of selling or the loss thereof, and a percentage under spot. Usually that's about 5% when you go to sell. So that's kind of the things you got to think about and to take into consideration. All right, let's get back to the markets. 1863 now for silver, so it's leveling out, guys. Service unavailable for the Kitco market. I think this is just traffic, people getting to and seeing what's going on. It's crazy. All right, folks. We've got 143 thumbs up, 144 watching, so we've almost reached parity between thumbs up and viewers. We lost 4 viewers in the midst of one sentence, by the way. Very good. So now Kitco is essentially crashed right now. Service unavailable, so we're stuck with Metals Daily. There's Metals Daily. Very good. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, the markets have pretty much leveled out. Here's we got Kitco back. We're going to take a look and see the Chinese markets because there's not really much activity. It's kind of flattened out a bit after that pretty big spike earlier. And we'll see that realized in these charts. If I can get them to open. Kitco is definitely lagging here. Roy Owen Huxon. I feel like I can hear trucks in the background. Actually, there was a vehicle that passed not too far here. You're right. You did hear that. It's amazing the microphone picked that up, actually. I just ignored it. All right. It's not reacting, but essentially what happened, to sum up the markets with this market update, Market Watch, when the markets opened, gold and silver spiked, and palladium spiked too. But there was a glitch at Kitco that made it look like that the palladium market literally dropped out and went like that $600 some an ounce. But that was soon recovered, and essentially the market spiked up, and then they dipped back a bit. Now they've leveled out, and so that's essentially the summation of this Market Watch today. So there it is. So we'll see what happens in the course of the next few hours when the London markets open up and when the New York markets open up at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And but yeah, this is not. It's really slow loading, and my voice is about shot, and I've got to take a big old dump. So I'm gonna have to give you guys the bum rush. It's not my computer; it's the internet connection, actually. Hey, Danielle Batten says, "You're one of the best, Sal. Love your videos and wisdom." Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very kind of you, indeed. Eric, how long have you been collecting? I've been collecting, really, coins since I was a teenager, to some level, for sure. But thank you guys very much. I appreciate you being here. We had some fun today. An exciting market watch, I would say, for sure. I appreciate you guys being here. A multitude of gratitude and all that jazz. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And remember to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the grounds, the coffee grounds, and the slurps and all that other jazz. See ya. See ya. Bye-bye.